Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the U13AAA Fury game. We are live today from the cozy confines of the Bucktouche Forum. Historic old building here in downtown Bucktouche, New Brunswick. We are down at ice level today, which is great. We're going to be able to hear all the sounds and noise from the bench and get a little closer view than we usually get to the gameplay. Girls are gathered around the bench just waiting here to do their cheer, and then we'll get going. They're sharing pucks today, so wait for the girls to pick up the pucks and we'll get going. It appears that my partner in crime, Jonathan Cherry Walsh, is not joining us today as he is undedicated to the Fury team. No, just kidding. He's tied up with his son's U18 AAA midget game. So best of luck to the U18 Flyers tonight as they went 3-0 in the round robin at the Monktonian. Monktonian is one of the two premier U18 AAA hockey tournaments in Atlantic Canada, the other one being the Ice Jam in Halifax. So huge hockey weekend in Moncton this weekend at the U18 level, U15 AAA level as well. So Fury came out with new lines today. Ev Bork at left wing, Alexis Padrones at center, Madison Cavanaugh at right. Padrones wins the draw back to Claire Atkinson. She goes rink wide to Boyard. Boyard now off the wall. She works it up towards Cavanaugh, just out of her reach. Pheonix now sent it back into the zone. Alexis Padrones there for it. Alexis grabs the puck. She comes around the net with head of speed. Oh, puck slides off of her stick. She's under some pressure from the forechecker, Godin. Battle in the corner now. 3 Fury in there. Puck shoots out to Josiane Levesque. She fires it on net. Almost deflected into the net by the Pheonix forward. So faceoff will come here to the left of Zara Montefrisco. Sophie Knight and Eve Landry come out at D. Padrones in on the draw. She wins the puck into the corner to Knight. Knight sends it up the wall. Battle here just inside the Fury blue line. Ed Bork will chip out. That goes into the offensive zone. Icing waved off. Forechecker Cavanaugh in there for the Fury. De Croc for the Pheonix. She circles back. She's looking for an outlet. She goes up the wall towards Scott, just out of her reach. Held in there nicely by Landry. Back in there to De Croc for the Pheonix. That's poked away from her. Lara Walsh comes up with it. Walsh now. Walsh gets shoved down from behind. No call. Padrones there to help. Padrones and Walsh with Kate Nelson out there now. Walsh does battle in the corner. She works up the wall towards Padrones. Quite a battle there. Puck squirts out to Landry. Landry from the blue line, fans on it. Pheonix going to clear the zone. That's recovered by Knight. Knight chips it off the wall to Lara Walsh. Walsh gains the zone. She goes deep into the corner. Ferron Lacasse come over the boards to the Fury as the Fury gets some fresh legs going here. Pheonix attempt to clear, held in by Anna Lacasse. Down into the corner. Kate Nelson on the forecheck for the Fury. De Croc for the Pheonix works against Nelson. There's a battle here in the corner. Walsh with it now for the Fury. She works it up towards Nelson. Puck comes back to Lacasse to the blue line. She shoots high and wide. Alexa Ferron goes in the corner for it now. She comes up with it. Ferron, she chips it into the wall. Nobody there on the right side as the Fury were changing. Lacasse is going to hold the zone nicely. Here come the Pheonix. That's the Croc for the Pheonix. Puck goes into Kenzie Hilchey for the Pheonix. She cuts towards the front of that. Aim shoots high and wide. Carroll chips it to the blue line for the Pheonix. That's going to be stolen by Ferron. She's away on a break. Here she goes. Alexa Ferron shoots. Scores! Alexa Ferron made no mistake. She grabbed that puck and tucked that in nicely in the bottom right-hand corner. 1-0 Fury. 12:49 to go, first period. Nice work there by the D to clear that zone, get the puck out. So we have Padrones, Bourgeois, and Harriman now. Harriman at left, Bourgeois at right. Boyard grabs that puck to the Fury. She chips it over the center ice line. It goes back now to Claire Atkinson. Atkinson's looking for an outlet. She finds Harriman on the wall. Harriman with it. She gives it to Padrones just off of her stick. Here comes the Pheonix the other way. That's broken up by Atkinson again. Atkinson, now Harriman with it. Harriman off the wall. Back to the Pheonix D. Pheonix D circles back. That's Charlie Doyle for the Pheonix. Harriman and Doyle do battle. Harriman chips it deep into the corner. She gets it down low. Padrones in on the forecheck. Here goes Padrones. She works it back to the blue line. That's Sam Boyard to the big shot. broken up in front by the Pheonix. Puck goes off the wall. Pheonix player chips it around the Fury D. Here they come, 2-on-1. They fire it in on the Fury net. Montefrisco is going to cover that up. Zara Montefrisco in nets tonight for our Fury. He was under some pressure there from Chelsea Dawson. The face-off will come back into the Fury zone to the right of Zara Montefrisco. 12:07 to go. Fresh legs for the Fury. Ferrand's out there with Kavanaugh and Bork. Here comes Landry with it for the Fury. She steps around the net. She's going to go for a little skate. She has some time and space. She gains the red line. She goes wide, cuts around the Pheonix D. Gets to that puck. No, broken up by the back-checking Hilchi. But recovered nicely by Kavanaugh. Now Bork and Kavanaugh give chase. Pheonix player chips it up the wall. Pheonix player knocks our forechecker Bork to the ground. Puck goes to the blue line. Shot by Knight. Right on net. Rebound. Cleared away by the Pheonix D. Levesque. Now the Pheonix going to bring that puck out of the zone. Under some back-checking pressure from Alexa Ferrand. Puck goes in the corner. Knight will do battle in there on behalf of the Fury. In behind the Fury net. Puck comes up the wall. Alexa Ferrand's there. Ferrand chips it towards Lara Walsh, just out of her reach. Uh-oh. Pheonix player is left all alone in front of the net. Poked away nicely there by Eve Landry. Puck's back into the Fury zone. Landry's there for it. She breaks that up with some help from Kate Nelson. Nelson continues to battle for it. Puck squirts to the Pheonix forward who shoots it wide of the net. Here comes Lara Walsh for the Fury. Puck goes to the blue line. Broken up here by Lara Walsh to the blue line. Puck stays in. Walsh is going to regroup. She goes D to D over to Eve Landry. Back over to Knight. Knight with it. Puck stolen out here by Sophia Knight. Knight throws it out front, but Landry's there to break that play up. Here comes Eve Landry with it. Landry up the wall. She gets it to Lara Walsh. Puck spurts away from Walsh. Now crisscrosses the ice. Nelson's there for the Fury. Nelson and Knight give battle. Back down low again. Here comes Eve Landry. Landry under some pressure there from Ellie Shreenan. Here comes Alexis Pedrona. She's got the puck in some space. She chips it down the Pheonix D. Broken up though at center ice. Battle continues. Puck squirts back here to Landry. Landry attempts to go rink wide. Broken up there by Dawson. No, that was Carroll actually. Carroll in for the Pheonix. She fires the puck behind the net. Eve Landry's doing battle with Sophia Scott down low. Landry comes out with it. Landry broken up and stolen by Scott. Cross ice. Kenzie Hilchi's there for it. Hilchi takes the puck. She steps towards the front of that. Shoots. Save Montefrisco. There goes Nelson with it now. She's up the right wing wall. Nelson chips it to the middle for Lara Walsh. Nice breakout. There goes Walsh. Walsh gains the zone. Broken up on the far side. Puck gets back into the Fury zone. That's DeMille back there for it. She has Lacasse on the ice with her now. There comes DeMille. DeMille's trying to work it up the wall. Harriman's there to help. Harriman's going to battle with Hilchi for that puck. Harriman and Hilchi do battle. And here we go, 2-on-1. Ferrand and Bourgeois. 2-on-1. Bourgeois. Ferrand. Harriman picks it up. Cuts towards the front of the net. She's knocked down. Pheonix come the other way. That's Chelsea Dawson with the Pheonix. She shoots that down. That should be icing. 9:18 to go here, first period. Still 1-0 for our Fury, even though it's not on the scoreboard yet. Face-off will come all the way back into the Pheonix zone to the left of their goaltender. We have Alexa Ferrand at center, Emily Harriman at left, and Elise Bourgeois at right, with Anna Lacasse and Ryan DeMille for the Fury. Ferrand now on the draw. She gets some help there from Harriman. Ferrand Harriman puts some pressure on. Pheonix player is up the wall, held in. Yes, held in there by Lacasse. Nice job by Lacasse. She holds the line. Pheonix going to chip that puck all the way down the ice. That might be icing again. And it is. 8:59 to go, first period. Fury going to send some fresh legs over the boards. So we have Claire Atkinson, Sam Boyard on the blue line here for the Fury, well, along with Alexis Padrones, Madison Cavanaugh, and Eve Bork. Padrones, battle there, draw one by the Pheonix deep center. Puck squirts towards the blue line, held in nicely by Sam Boyard. Down in the corner, Eve Bork's on the forecheck. Bork really skating hard. Levesque for the Pheonix. She spins back the other way, gets the puck up the boards. Here come the Pheonix. They attempt a breakout. That's broken up nicely by Alexis Padrones. She steps the front, shoots off a shin pad. Recovered by Padrones, down low. Ooh, just wide. Pheonix winger gathers that puck up and sends it all the way down the ice. This could be 3 icings in a row here for the Pheonix, and it is. So, great forechecking pressure there by the Fury, and they'll keep puck down on the Buckish zone here, or the West Kent zone, I should say. Here we go. Padrona's off the draw. She's tied up by the Pheonix center. Puck comes out high. Attempted to skate it out was Carroll, but that was broken up by Kavanaugh. They send it down low. Steered in the corner by the Pheonix goalie. Picked up by Padrona's. Padrona's in there for it. Puck comes out now to Sam Boyer at the blue line. She's going to wind and fire. She shoots. Oh, just wide. That was almost in the net. Atkinson trying to hold the line. That gets chipped around her. Back into the Fury zone, but Boyard is there. Boyard grabs that puck. She spins the other way. She fires it up to the middle. Lara Walsh comes over the board. She picks it up. A little bit of a scrum here at center ice. Puck's now into the Fury zone. Hilchey picks it up here for West Kent. She steps in front of the net. Attempts to shoot it. Broken up in front by Sam Boyard. Now she'll fire it low and wide away from the Fury net. Atkinson chips it off the wall to Walsh. Walsh chips it around the boards. And they're off to the races here. Puck ends up back at center. Picked up by Sophia Scott for the Pheonix. She fires in the corner. Goes for a change. Ed Landry back out here now at D for the Fury. She hits Lara Walsh on the wall. Walsh now, she's got a bit of time and space. She fires it up the middle. That's broken up by Dawson. Walsh recovers it though. Here comes Walsh. She's got Ferrand in front, Nelson with her. Over to Ferrand. Ferrand shoots backhand. Ooh, just wide. Here comes Lara Walsh. Nope, stolen by Levesque. Nelson now, she steals it back from Levesque. Nelson's down in the corner. She works it up the wall high to Eve Landry. She's going to walk the line. She aims and shoots. Low and wide again. Lara Walsh now on it. She's got the puck down to the corner. Walsh in a battle. Ferrand's there to help. Two Pheonix players there as well. Referee's letting them battle for that. It squirts in behind the Pheonix net. Kate Nelson's going to put some pressure on down in the corner. Levesque sends it back up the other way. Knight's going to pinch. That's going to force Chelsea Dawson to send that puck all the way down the ice, and that will be icing again. Great forecheck pressure there by the Fury. Really good shift. Good forecheck pressure. Also nice to see our forwards using our D. The girls are doing a real nice job in the offensive zone of getting pucks back up to the blue line to have some of our D take some good shots. And we have a crew of D out there that can all shoot the puck, so great to take advantage of that. Face off now to the right of the Pheonix net. Padrones ties up her player, plays it back to DeMille on the blue line. DeMille shoots and scores! Ryan DeMille, I believe that's her first goal of the year. First goal as a Fury. Nice play on the face-off by Padrones. They get the puck back to DeMille. And that ends up in the back of the net. 2-0 for your Fury. 6:37 to go, first period. It looks like they were listening. It's very nice to see the girls listening and using all 5 players in the ice. DeMille with the puck now. She works it up the wall to Harriman. She's under some pressure. DeMille supports. They chip it to Padrones. Padrones is there. She's giving battle on the boards. Harriman's with her. Got Bourgeois in front. 3 Pheonix are down there trying to recover the puck. Padrones and Harriman are down below with it. Puck goes back up the wall all the way to DeMille. DeMille now. She puts it back smartly into the corner to Padrones. Padrones with it now. She does a little shimmy shake, steps away from her player, feeds it out front. Oh, it was heading towards Harriman, and then Bourgeois got knocked over in front, stopped that pass. Here come the Pheonix. Godin for the Pheonix. She steps over the blue line, chips it into the corner. Hiltree for the Pheonix is there on the other side to pick up that pass, but she runs into Anna Lacasse, and that's the end of that situation. Here comes Bourgeois. Bourgeois, she's got some time and space. She steps around her player. She's got Harriman with her. Puck works in front, just out of the reach of Harriman. Now the Pheonix come the other way. That's Charlie Doyle. Charlie Doyle for the Pheonix. Poked away nicely by Anna Lacasse. Picked up by Godin now. Furious action here. 5:35 to go, first period. Boyard reverses. She sends it up the wall to Bork. Oh, just off of her reach, out of her reach. And that'll trickle towards the Fury net. Yeah, Zara Montefrisco seen enough. So she'll cover up and we'll have a face-off here. We'll have Ellie Shreenan take the face-off in here against Alexa Ferrand. Puck drop. Shreenan ties her up. Shreenan wins that draw, comes out with it. Bounces in front. Shreenan still has it. Now Madison Kavanaugh retrieves it. He sends it up to Ferrand. We're going away 3-on-2 here for the Fury. Ferrand drives wide. She's doing a nice job of getting around that D. Gets it out in front, poked away by the D, but it's back to Boyard at the blue line. Boyard shoots hard, low. Tipped in front off the post. Pheonix now, they've got the puck. They attempt to clear the zone, but Boyard breaks that up at center ice. Here we go, back into the zone. That's Ev Bork in there. Ev Bork on the forecheck doing a real nice job. Charlie Doyle spins away from her. Doyle still with it. No, stolen by Kavanaugh. Now back to Doyle. Now up to Boyard at the blue line. Boyard's going to find her partner. Atkinson cross blue line, but broken up by Sophia Scott. Scott chips that puck up front. Under some pressure there from Desprez. Boyard turns it around. Nope, stands in her skates for a second. Padronas and Walsh are back out here to help. Referees continue to let them dig away at it, but Sam Boyard sitting on the back of Desprez, and Desprez is unable to move the puck, and neither was Boyard. So Fury going to send some fresh troops out here. Laundry and Knight on the blue line. Padronas, Walsh, and Nelson up front. This Phoenix team is gritty, and they work hard. 2-0 game, but far from over. Face off, Hilchia versus Padronas, won by Padronas. Gets to Knight. Knight fires it up the wall. That gets to Padronas. She steps around her D. Levesque. She's gone. 2-on-1. Padronas and Nelson. Padronas drives wide, poked away by DeCroc on the blue line for the Phoenix. Puck gets to Nelson behind the net. Now to Padronas. Padronas still has it. She's shifting and shaking back there, trying to find some daylight. Not much room for her. 3 Phoenix players in there. Nelson comes out with it. That's poked away from her. Landry attempts to pinch, or does pinch, and they get it out. Now Sophie Knight's there. Dawson wide open in front. Pass in front by Hilchie, but out of the reach of Dawson, thankfully for the Fury. Oh, broken up at center ice there by Charlie Doyle. She shoots, blocked in front by Sophie Knight. Lara Walsh feeds it up to Padronas now, or not Padronas, Ferrand. Ferrand steps around Doyle. She's hauled down. That'll be 2 minutes in the sin bin for Charlie Doyle. Playing the game a lot like her dad, Brett, even though Brett was a goalie. No stranger to the penalty box, I would suggest. Fast-paced action here. Face-off will come back to the right of the Phoenix goalie. It's going to be Harriman, Ferrand, Bourgeois with Knight and Laundry up front. That was actually a pretty good penalty by Charlie. Alexa was gone if she hadn't hauled her down there. Phoenix are finishing up their line change. They're going to send Ellie Shreenan out to take the face-off. Shreenan against Ferrand. Ferrand wins the draw into the Phoenix zone. Bourgeois is there for it. Phoenix working up the wall. Ev Landry is going to hold the blue line. Now, there we go. A little bit of a battle. Shreenan comes out with it. She chips it into the Fury zone. Laundry's back there for the Fury. She's coming around the net. She's got Harriman on the left wing. Feeds it over to Harriman. Harriman has a look. She moves it out front, just out of the reach of Alexa Ferrand, who was breaking through the middle. And the Phoenix send it back into our zone. Here goes Landry. She'll go up the short side now to Bourgeois, out of her reach. Phoenix send it back a third time. And see how Landry can do this time. She comes off the wall. Linesman gets in the way. Ends up going right back to Landry, so she's going to skate it in herself. Here she goes. She's got Ferrand with it. Puck bounces to the front. Harriman's in behind the net for it. She's there with Ferrand. She feeds it up to Lise Bourgeois. Poked away from her by Shreenan out to center, recovered by Landry. She's going to go DDD to DeMille. DeMille has a look. DeMille's going to step over center. There goes DeMille. She chips it in the corner off the other linesman. So we hit the linesman on both sides of the game here, both sides of the ice for the shift. Anna Lacasse grabs that puck. Here she goes, right up to the center. Lacasse can really skate. She steps around her player, gets the middle, shoots, blocked by the D. Actually deflected by the Phoenix D. Right into the pads of the goaltender for the Phoenix, who did a nice job to react to that last-minute tip. So, face off to the right. Padrona's out there with Bork and Maddie Kavanaugh. Levesque is there. She plays it up the wall. Padrona's intercepts, feeds DeMille. DeMille back down low to Bork. Bork now for the Fury. She sends it across to Lacasse. Picked off by the Phoenix player who's going to send it all the way down the ice. No icing because we are still 25 seconds to go here in the Fury power play. They work it up to Bork. Bork goes to Padronas. Padronas battles for it there with Levesque. It comes back to DeMille. Nice job by DeMille. She's got a bit of time. She feeds it to Bork. Bork tries to hit Madison Kavanaugh across ice. Picked off again. We're back into the corner here. Lacasse will pick it up. 7 seconds to go in the Fury power play. Phoenix did a nice job to kill this one. Levesque holds it in, and that'll do it. We're back to even strength. DeMille behind the net. Here comes DeMille. She has a look. Fires it towards Kavanaugh. Picked off by the winger for the Phoenix. Now Padronas has it. Padronas for Fury. She gains the offensive line against Josiane Levesque. Shoots off the shin pads of Levesque into the corner. Kavanaugh's there to retrieve the rebound. She puts it towards the middle, away from Lara Walsh. DeMille shoots, tipped by Walsh. That goes just wide of the net. Phoenix attempt to clear. No luck. Atkinson was there to shut that down. Puck gets in front of the Pheonix net. There's a scrum. Lara Walsh is doing battle for it. She's now got Kate Nelson comes on. Nelson shoots. Ferran attempts to tip that from the side of the net. She's in a battle in the corner. Walsh goes in to help her. Ferran Walsh down low. Here comes Lara Walsh with it. She looks out front smartly. Gets that puck out of the blue line. Slap shot from the blue line. Tipped in front. Blocked by Area de Croc for the Pheonix. De Croc gets the puck out. That'll squirt back into our zone. Boyard now. Boyard sends that on her backhand over to Ferran. Ferran's under some pressure on the forecheck here by Ellie Shreenan. Shreenan comes up with it. Ferran's going to rub her into the boards. Claire Atkinson's looking for an outlet. Picked off there by Ellie Shreenan. Shreenan steps to the front of the net. She attempts to hit the streaking Hilchey, but passes behind her. Hilchey just too fast. Nice back check there by Shreenan to break up a Fury rush. Puck still gets into the Pheonix zone. Charlie Doyle's there. 3 Pheonix and 3 Fury doing battle on the wall. Boyard holds it in. Boyard attempts to hold it again. Now the Pheonix send that down the ice. It's not going to be icing this time. But that will do it. First period is in the books. Pretty good period overall by the Fury. I thought our forecheck pressure was really strong. I thought our puck movement was reasonably good. Maybe not our best puck movement period of the year, but I think we're getting progressively better at that. Still really solid overall for us. So Coach Nelson here is going to try and get the girls fired up for a big second period. And our history at the Pheonix, we tend to be great in the first period, then we tend to get comfortable in the second period, and then the Pheonix remind us that they're a pretty good team. And then by the third period, we wake up and we're in a battle. So hopefully we don't give the Pheonix a chance to get back in this game here in the second period. Special hello out there to Chloe McLaughlin. I know they're on a family trip this weekend, no doubt tuning in for the broadcast. So hello to Chloe and Coach Steve. Hopefully they get to see a Maple Leafs win on this road trip. Also like to spend out a special thank you to our friends Craig White from Crown Royal, who is sponsoring the Toonie Toss at the U13AAA Fury Auction Night, which will be happening next Saturday night at Flying Boats. And the grand prize, or the largest element of the prize for the Toonie Toss, which is a 19 and older game, is a very large bottle of Crown Royal donated by our friend Craig White from Crown Royal. So thanks to Craig for being a loyal sponsor of our adults only auction night. It's happening next Saturday night at Flying Boats Brewery. Second period just about to get underway. Harriman, Padrones, and Bourgeois up front for the Fury. Pheonix are still trying to pick their lines over there. We'll see who they send out. Ed Landry and Sophie Knight in the blue line. Chelsea Dawson will take the draw for the Pheonix. Dawson, draw one by Padrones. Goes right to Knight, who works up towards Harriman out of her reach. Pheonix grabbed that puck. That's Charlie Doyle. She's around the net. Doyle with it. She's under pressure from Harriman on the forecheck. There's a battle here at the hash marks. Puck gets up the wall and out. Took a funny bounce, and now it's going to circle. Wow. It was like the puck was on its edge, so the puck rolled off the wall right into front of Zara Montefrisco, who's going to smartly cover that up. Face-off will be to the right of Zara. Padrones and Dawson again on the face-off. This time it was Dawson won it, but Bourgeois went right through and came up with that puck. Puck gets back to Charlie Doyle at the blue line. She shoots from long distance, tipped in front. Chelsea Dawson tries to get it in the net and didn't hesitate to take an extra whack at it after the whistle, but Zara was having none of that. Funny, hockey's a game of bounces and inches on that play. Elise Bourgeois did a great job coming through. Puck bounces off her shin pads. If it had bounced to her stick, her and Emily were gone on a 2-on-1. And it didn't. It bounced the other way to the Pheonix D, and that's just the way it goes sometimes. Here we go, though. Speaking of good bounces, here comes Ev Bork. She's over the red line. She's into the offensive zone. Out front to Alexa Ferrand. Shoots off the goalie's face mask. Bork, oh! She reached for the rebound of the awning cage in front of her. Couldn't quite put it home. Kavanaugh up with it for the Fury now. Puck is in behind the net. That's Legier for the Pheonix. She's under some pressure from Bork on the forecheck, but works her way up the wall with it. And that comes all the way to center to Chelsea Dawson for the Pheonix. She chips it down into the Fury zone, goes for a change. Here we go. That's Sophie Knight. No, that's DeMille, excuse me. DeMille up to Madison Kavanaugh. Nice job by DeMille. Gets it to Kavanaugh. That's stolen off of her stick by Ellie Shreenan, but it comes back to Anna Lacasse. Lacasse She goes wide to DeMille. DeMille fires that deep in the corner. Here comes Lara Walsh on the forecheck. She's got Padrones and Nelson with her. Padrones now. She works it towards the middle. Walsh is there. Broken up by the Pheonix player, but Lacasse holds his own. A little bit of a scramble here right in front of us. Puck is bouncing. Nice cutback by Alexis. Now the puck is going to get to Claire Atkinson. Atkinson now. She works it down the right wing into the corner. Atkinson still has it. She's in behind the Pheonix net. She's there under some pressure from Levesque. Levesque knocks her to ground. Takes the puck away. And Nelson holds his own. Now Walsh attempts to hold his own with Nelson. Just outside the Pheonix blue line. They get it all the way into the Fury zone. Nice poke check by Atkinson to keep that away from Hiltzy. Atkinson grabs it in front of the net. She fires it towards Walsh, just out of her reach, but out of the zone. Levesque comes back to Richard. Richard goes back to Levesque for the Pheonix. Here we go up to the left wing. Desprez has it off of her stick. Here comes Sam Boyard on the rush. Sam Boyard steps in. She shoots. Ooh, low shot right in the ice. Steered in the corner by the Pheonix goalie. Puck comes up the wall, held in by Alexis Padrones. Padrones steps to the middle. Shoots. Tipped in front. Nice save by the Pheonix goalie. Rebound recovered by Levesque. Here comes Levesque for the Pheonix. She goes back the other way now. She works it to the right winger, Hiltzy. Hiltzy trying to get that out. Can't do so. Held in there nicely by Eve Landry. Up the wall. Landry. She shoots it in front. Bourgeois is there. She's going to turn and fire, and she does. And she, I was going to say scored, but she almost scored. Nice save by the Pheonix goalie. That puck was actually underneath her pad when it, she stopped it with the top part of her pad as opposed to the front part of her pad. So Ferrand, Bourgeois, and Harriman out here now with Landry and Knight. Face off to the left of the Pheonix goalie. 12:07 to go. 2-0 for your Fury. Puck face off won by the Pheonix in the corner. It goes to Bourgeois. She fires it in front just out of the reach of Harriman. Harriman's there to give some pressure to Godin for the Pheonix. There's a battle. Puck gets out front. That's Alexa Ferrand. She sends it towards the front of the net. Broken up. Harriman with it now. Poked away from her. Harriman on the back check. Godin for the Pheonix is going to do some damage, so she chips it in the corner. Landry's there for the Fury. She comes up with it. Nice job by Landry. She's got a head of steam. Gets to Bourgeois. Bourgeois out in front, just away from Alexa Ferrand. The Pheonix turn it the other way. Here we go. Here comes Alexa Ferrand. Nope, broken up by the Pheonix. Goes back to RD. They chip it off the wall to Bourgeois. Bourgeois gains the zone. She steps around the D. She's got Harriman and Ferrand there. Bourgeois got it now. She's got a bit of time and space. Couple of open players in front. She finds Landry at the blue line. Landry shoots. She actually sends it down low to Harriman. Harriman puts it out front. Broken up there by the number 3 for the Pheonix, who will send that down the ice. Touched by Landry at the blue line, so no icing. That goes right into Zara Montefrisco, and she's going to have to hold it as a Pheonix forward here applying some pressure. 11 minutes to go. Pretty good pace. Girls are having a good period so far. Couple of bounces the other way. We might have had a few more scoring chances, but as always with West Kent, they play us hard. It's a pretty good even battle right now. Face-off was tied up there. Both, I don't know who I'd say would won that, but there was a battle off the draw in our zone. Fury come out with it. Bork now works it over to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh is going to be under a lot of pressure from Shreenan. They hold the zone, so now the Fury clear. Puck gets off the wall, picked up again by Desprez. Desprez has Arsenault with her. Sends that puck wide, but it was just ahead of her. That's going to get broken up by Ev Bork. DeMille's down the corner. She sends it back up the wall. That gets to Charlie Doyle. Doyle aims, fires, shoots. Ooh, just missed. Top left corner there. Great shot by Charlie Doyle. There goes Alexis Padrones. Padrones has Bork wide. Bork attempts to go rink wide for Kavanaugh. That's broken up by the Pheonix, and they go the other way. Lacasse does a good job of putting an end to that threat. She works it up the wall. This is back down in the corner. It's Hiltzy for the Pheonix. She steps around her player, but loses the handle. Now, Padrones, she chips it around one Pheonix, two Pheonix. Here she goes. One-on-one, Alexis Padrones. She's got some time and space. She's going to shoot. Great shot. Nice save, and Ev Bork came in with a great head of steam, but there's no rebound to be had there. 9:48 to go. Face off here to the right of the Pheonix net. Ferrand, Walsh, and Nelson on the ice. Atkinson, and that looks like Boyard on the blue line. It is Boyard on the blue line. Draw one by the Pheonix. Puck works its way out to the Fury D, who's going to hang that in, take a shot. Blocked on the wall by Carroll. Puck gets down low. That's Walsh. She gets it to Ferrand. Ferrand steps in front. She shoots. Nice save there by the Pheonix goalie. Lots of time and space. Good shot on net. And the Pheonix goalie comes up big here. Has point blank range on the back end. Ferrand's going to take that draw here to the right of the Pheonix net. She wins it. Gets to Nelson. Nelson chips it back towards Nelson, but Atkinson, but it's broken up by Carroll. Pheonix come all the way down into the Fury zone, but that play is broken up nicely by Claire Atkinson. Puck is in behind the Fury net. Boyard goes back for it. Boyard picks it up. Boyard has it now. She reverses up the other way to Lara Walsh. Walsh steps off the wall. She's back into the corner though. That puck gets out towards Kate Nelson. Nelson smartly chips that to center. The Croc for the Pheonix will recover. She turns it back up ice. She's attempting to get up ice. That's broken up by Lara Walsh. Now Atkinson stands strong at our blue line, and here they come. We got Walsh and Ferrand. Oh, nice stick work there by the Croc, and the Pheonix come back the other way. Offside though. The Pheonix left winger got a bit excited there. Offside for the Pheonix as they were coming 3-on-2 the other way. 8:46. Face-off will be at the offside dot just outside our zone. Harriman and Bourgeois join Padronas out there. Bourgeois skates through. Puck gets to Harriman, bounces over her stick. Padronas helps her out. Standing tall here at the defensive blue line. Great to see. Puck does get into our zones. Recovered by Sophie Knight. She spins the other way. Nice play by Sophie Knight. Sends that wide over there to Lise Bourgeois. She is ahead of steam. She steps out, shoots. Oh my goodness, off the post. Off the goalie's back and behind the net, but not in the net. Great breakout there by Sophie to open up the ice. This time she goes D to her partner Landry. Puck comes up the wall. Landry's going to step in there, but they're going to chip it around her. She's in a foot race now with Ellie Shreenan. That play is going to get broken up in the other end by Knight. Knight sends it towards Bourgeois on the wall. Bourgeois chips it around her winger, but the Pheonix managed to hold it in there. That's Shreenan for the Pheonix. Here comes Padronas with it. She sends it rink wide to Harriman. Harriman chips it out of the zone. Here she comes though. She steps around Doyle. She's got a bit of time and space. She shoots. Saved by the Pheonix goalie. Harriman tries to center. Blocked off a shin pad there by Levesque. Now Hilsche sends that up the wall. Knight turns it around. Knight goes D to Landry. Landry's going to move that off the wall towards Bourgeois, but out of her reach, but still recovered by Bourgeois. Bourgeois now steps around Legier towards Alexa Ferrand. Ferrand's there now. Harriman. She shoots. Save. Rebound. It's coming up the wall. Landry's got it. Great pressure by the Fury. Excuse me. Here we go. Nice move by Ed Landry. Steps in, shoots. Point blank, and a nice save there by the Pheonix goalie. Ed Landry tucked it between the other Pheonix player's legs, stepped around her, and just looked like she was going around pylon in practice. 7:20 to go here. Face off to the left. Ferrand stays out with Bork and Kavanaugh. Lacasse and DeMille on the blue line. Here we go. Big battle off the dot. Puck hasn't moved. Still there. Now it comes to Madison Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh goes far side to DeMille. It gets to Ferrand. Bork chips it towards the net. Kavanaugh's in on that forward check. Under some pressure there. Who's got the puck here? The Pheonix had the puck. They're working up the wall. They're going to get to Anna Lacasse. She's going to walk the line and shoot. And that's on the left side to Bork. Bork has it now. Bork is under some pressure from Levesque from the Pheonix. Now another Pheonix, Dawson, comes in to help. We got Ferrand over there helping as well. 2-on-2. Bork falls down. Levesque comes out with it. She chips it behind her own net, and that gets over here to Arsenault for the Pheonix. She's going to try to get it out of the zone. That's cut off by Alexa Ferrand. Now puck comes up the wall. Lacasse comes down. Dawson slaps at it. She does get it out to Arsenault. Arsenault chips it ahead to DeMille. DeMille breaks up that play and goes rink wide towards Ferrand. Ferrand sends that puck in the zone. They're all going to go for a line change here. We got Lara Walsh, Kate Nelson, and Padronas coming over the wall here for the Fury. Pheonix skate the length of the ice. That's Levesque for the Pheonix. She's wide. She attempts to step around our D and does not. Gets a shot off though. Zara from Montefrisco knocks that down with her trapper. Now Padronas sends it out of the zone. That went off a skate. She had Kate Nelson wide. Now here comes Walsh. She steps over the line. She's got some time and space. She fires it over to Nelson. Through her skates, Nelson comes up with it in the corner. Nice move by Nelson around DeCroc. She feeds it to Padronas. Padronas behind the net, fires it out front. Walsh is there, shoots! Nice save. The puck just rolled on Lara before it got to her stick, so didn't get quite as much wood on that as she'd like. But all fury here, second period, 5:44 to go. This is the point in the broadcast where I missed some verbal nonsense from my teammate John Walsh to fill the dead air gap between plays, but the play goes on. Here we go. Battle in the Pheonix zone. Walsh is in there in the forecheck. Puck gets down low. Carroll's there for the Pheonix. She breaks it up. Here come the Pheonix. They step out of the zone 3 wide. They chip the puck all the way down their zone. Sam Boyard picks it up. Boyard now. She goes behind her net. She's got some speed. She reverses and goes the other way. Claire Atkinson's going to pick that up. Here comes Atkinson for the Fury. She chips it off the wall to Lara Walsh. Walsh up to Padrones. Padrones steps around DeCroc. Walsh is there to support. Blocks that attempted clear by DeCroc. Now Hiltzy has it. Hiltzy tries to go wide and Claire Atkinson. That's not happening. Here comes Lara Walsh. Puck is bouncing here just like a tennis ball on ice. Padrones chips in the corner. She's going for a change. Legier's down behind her own net. 4:46 to go. That's stolen by Nelson. Now recovered by Legier. Legier sends it off the wall to Hiltzy. She's away with a head of steam, and she is gone on the breakaway. There goes Kenzie Hiltzy for the Pheonix. She shoots. Saved by Zara Montefrisco. Rebound. Saved also by Montefrisco and cleared away by Claire Atkinson. 2 great Pheonix chances. Still 2-0 for the Fury. Wow. That was hard on the blood pressure. Great job by Zara down there. Pheonix maintain control. That's Chelsea Dawson behind the Fury net. She does battle with Claire Atkinson. Atkinson knocks her flying. Puck squirts loose. There goes Bourgeois. Bourgeois is there. Gains the zone. She goes wide to Ferrand. Ferrand shoots. Scores! Nice play there by Elise Bourgeois to feed Alexa Ferrand. Ferrand makes no mistake with her second of the night. 4:02 to go here. 3-0 for the Fury. So this is a really nice, consistent effort here by the Fury. 2 great periods. 4:02 to go, and Fury have had the majority of the scoring chances. And then in the way hockey often goes, Pheonix go up the ice and have 2 glorious chances that Montefrisco keeps out of the net, and then the puck comes up ice and ends up in the back of the Pheonix net. Desprez now, she shoots, blocked by Landry. Puck into the Fury zone on the left-hand side, goes down in the corner. Eve Landry's there for it. She comes around her own net. She feeds it up the wall to Harriman. Just off of her stick, and fired back on net. Puck comes right up the middle. It's going to be held in there again by the Pheonix D. That's blocked by Bourgeois. Nice job by Elise Bourgeois there. Knight now. She sends it up the wall. Charlie Doyle's there. Charlie Doyle shoots. Big shot. Shoots. Oh! That bounced over Zara and was recovered by Claire and kept out of the net. Actually, well, that wasn't Claire. That was Eve Landry who grabbed that. Puck to the Pheonix blue line. They send it back into the Fury corner. Now, Knight picks it up. She goes back up the other way. Puck's coming up the wall to Bourgeois. Bourgeois there. She's under some pressure by Richard, who holds the line. Out in front. Point blank save by Zara Montefrisco. 4 or 5 point blank saves here by Zara. Landry's hauled down, but she manages to get the puck out into the other corner. Now Bourgeois is going to send it. Tries to find Harriman wide. She sees her. Sends it this time. That's intercepted by the Pheonix player. Harriman's going to do some forechecking here against Charlie Doyle. She comes out with it. Harriman with it now down in the corner. She sends it behind the Pheonix net. Pheonix sent it up the wall. Held in by Lacasse. Kavanaugh's there giving chase. Puck goes out of the zone. And Ryan DeMille's going to go back and pick that up. No, actually Padrones beats her to the puck. So Padrones with it now. 2:21 to go, second period. She has time and space. She cuts to the middle. She's got Kavanaugh in front of her. She sends it towards Eve Bork on the far side. That's broken up by Chelsea Dawson. Pheonix sent it down the ice. That's not going to be icing because that was touched on the way out of the zone. Lacasse fires that puck. Really weird angle. Takes a funny bounce. Recovered by the Fury. Bork now. Bork works that puck up the wall. It's held in the zone. Fury sent it out of the zone back into the Pheonix zone. Levesque is there with it. Levesque stops up. She makes a nice outlet pass up the wall towards Sophia Scott. Just out of her reach, and the Fury come the other way. Now broken up there by Levesque, and here comes Carroll for the Pheonix. Offside. Very happy to have that offside as the Pheonix are coming 3-on-2 the other way. Minute 41 to go. Good end-to-end action here for our SIFA Fury and the U13AAA Pheonix. Ferraz on the face-off. That draw is won by Dawson. Dawson comes away with it. She steps into the Fury zone, shoots. Right on Zara Montefrisco, makes no mistake on that one. I would say that's 7 or 8 more or less point-blank saves by Zara Montefrisco here in the last 5 minutes. Face-off will be to the right of Zara. Ferraz in there against Dawson. We got Boyard out there on the blue line, along with Claire Atkinson. Kate Nelson's out there with Lara Walsh and Farah. Walsh with it now. She'll skate it out of our zone. She's under a lot of pressure from Sophia Scott, who plays the body and then throws Walsh to the ice after slashing her. So rough and tumble hockey over there on the boards at the moment. Walsh recovers. She's in there in a battle. In comes Claire Atkinson to push things through. Boyard comes up with it in our zone. She goes rink wide to Nelson. Nice play by Nelson to Ferrand. Ferrand steps in. There goes Alexa Ferrand. She shoots it towards the net, broken up by DeCroc. Ferrand's going to grab it, step in front. Lara Walsh with it. Holy axe handle slash by Sophia Scott to stop Walsh from shooting that puck. DeCroc comes the other way with the head of steam. She tries to get by Atkinson, but she was having none of that. Puck bounces in front. Chipped in front. Here comes Elise Bourgeois. Bourgeois, she's a 1-on-2. 1-on-2, Walsh is there. Now Padrones comes over the boards. Boyard steps in. She shoots low and wide. 31 seconds to go here. Puck's behind the Pheonix net. Legier has it. Padrones is there. Bourgeois is there. There's a battle. Padrones is up with it. Now Harriman's in there. She'll put some pressure on. Puck gets up the wall to Godin for the Pheonix. She's going to skate out of the zone. The captain Godin chips it deep into the Fury zone. No icing. 9 seconds to go. Pheonix are whacking away at the side of the Fury net. But Fury going to come out with it. That's Bourgeois. Bourgeois attempts to clear. And that'll do it. So we get 2 periods in the books. Your Fury are playing very well. 3-0 lead. And I believe we are going to have a flood. So with this, we will go for a commercial break, and we'll be back as soon as the Zamboni driver does his job here. Hi everyone, welcome back. U13AAA Fury live action here from the Bouctouche Forum. It's the third Fury hockey game here in Bouctouche today. The U13AAA Fury girls were here this afternoon playing West Kent in a doubleheader and skated away with 2 wins. So great to see that U13AAA team playing so well. So U13 Fury girls hoping to continue that winning streak for our group today here in Bouctouche. It's like a scene from a Tim Hortons commercial here. Jam full parking lot, and the rink is semi-full for not a very big place. And people huddled around their Tim Hortons coffees, and I suspect a few parking lot beers were being had out there in between periods. And now we're back here ready for a puck drop. We're going to have Padrones, Harriman, and Bourgeois on the face-off. Padrones wins that back. She goes to Landry, over to Knight. Knight now, she works it up to Harriman. Harriman's got it. She gets that poked away by Charlie Doyle, the blue line, back into the Fury zone. Landry's there to pick it up. There goes Landry again. Landry now, she steps around the net. She's got Harriman, gets it to her in the wall. Harriman sends it towards the middle, right on the stick of Padrones, and she's away. She's got Bourgeois on the right side. Padrones steps around Doyle. She cuts towards the front of the net. Cross crease. Oh, tries to get it to Elise Bourgeois. She's all tied up there on the back door. Bourgeois now poked off of her stick, and Godin's going to skate that out for the Pheonix. Nice back check by Elise Bourgeois. Puck is fired into the zone. The Croc is down there for the Pheonix. Does battle with Knight and Harriman. They get it up the blue line, held in by Levesque. Off a shin pad in front. Back in front. Oh my God. Wow. 2 really close chances there for the Pheonix as some strange bounces happening. Puck gets towards the blue line, not out now. Landry has it in front of her own net. She attempts to clear. That's broken up by the Pheonix. She recovers. Gets it to Bourgeois. Bourgeois goes wide to Harriman. Into her skates, but she chips it up the middle. Recovered by Levesque. Bounces away from Padrones. Puck is really bouncing here. Now Padrones has it. Padrones and Harriman at the red line. They dump it deep, and the whole line goes for a change. Here comes Walsh, Ferrand, and Nelson over the boards. Lacasse and DeMille out for the Fury on D. Pheonix player skates it out to center. Broken up there by Lacasse. Now Ferrand comes up with it over to Walsh. Walsh chips that towards Nelson, just out of her reach, but Nelson continues right through Levesque to force her in behind her own net. Levesque with it now. She's got her head up. She spins the other way. Nelson and Walsh are there. Levesque works it up the wall. Gets that puck to Ellie Shreenan. Shreenan feeds it up the middle to Hilchi. Hilchi gains the Fury zone. She's under some pressure from Lacasse. Oh, Jesus. Pardon my language, but that was a heavy hit there by Lacasse. Sent Hilchi flying into the boards. And Lacasse will sit for 2 or less with 13:07 to go here, third period. Unintentional, I would say, but Anna came in there with a full head of steam, and she had a lot more power than Hilchi. So the face-off will be here to the left, Zeramon and Frisco. We're going to have Ev Bork, Madison Kavanaugh to start the penalty kill with Atkinson and Boyard. Pheonix are short a player here. Looks like, there they go. Now they send Shreenan out. Dawson, Shreenan, and Scott. They're out in the power play. Face-off won there by Dawson. Puck battle here. Scott's in the corner. She does battle with Bork and Kavanaugh. Quite a battle here in the hash marks. Puck squirts its way up the wall. That comes Arsenault for the Pheonix. She sends it towards the net. Broken up by Boyard. She attempts to clear. Goes off a shin pad. Almost in the net. Now Bork is going to battle for that. Bounces away from her. Boyard comes up with it. And she'll slap that puck down the ice. Minute and 30 to go here in the Fury power penalty kill. Richard for the Pheonix behind the net. She works it up the wall. That goes to Shreenan. Shreenan tries to break it out. Broken up by Boyard. Back up to the blue line. Held again by Boyard. She fires in the corner. Puck's in behind the Pheonix net. That's Arsenault with it for the Pheonix. She sends it towards the blue line. Atkinson goes rink wide to Boyard. Boyard now. She grabs that puck and chips it deep in the corner. Arsenault's down in the corner again. She fires it up the wall. Atkinson pinches. That comes to Bourgeois at the blue line. She aims and shoots. That is under the Pheonix goalie. So we're going to have Bourgeois and Harriman out here in wave 2 of the penalty kill with Laundry and Knight. Good penalty killing there by your Fury. Harriman's going to take this face off, which is going to be to the right of the Pheonix goal. 56 seconds to go in the Pheonix power play. Harriman against Hilchi. Harriman against Hilchey. Harriman wins that puck. It goes to Bourgeois. She feeds it back to Landry, but squirts into the neutral zone. Landry goes off the wall towards Bourgeois. Bourgeois with it now. She's going to try to step around her player. Referee skates get in the way. Puck comes up to the blue line. That's Landry with it. She's trying to hold that in and does. Bourgeois is there. She attempts to step around her player, poked away from her. Knight's going to corral that puck inside the Fury zone and send it up the wall, back out to Bourgeois. Bourgeois chips it around her player. She's got Harriman with her. 2-on-1. Here they go. Bourgeois aims and shoots. Rebound off a shin pad into the corner. Harriman sends it down low to Bourgeois again. Here goes Bourgeois. She steps out and shoots. Nice save there by the Pheonix goalie and a real hard shot by Elise Bourgeois. 19 seconds to go. Fury doing a real nice job on this penalty kill. We've had more shots on net in the penalty kill than the power play. As we've mentioned in previous broadcasts, sometimes at this age level a penalty kill is better than a power play. Harriman does battle off the faceoff. That squirts out to the Pheonix winger. Chips it out in the neutral zone. Ev Landry is there. Landry grabs it. She sends it all the way down the ice, and Alexis Padrones is going to give chase right on the Pheonix net. Pheonix goalie steers it to the corner. Alexis comes up with it. She works it behind the net. She's got Harriman out in front. She feeds it into her, but into a set of skates. Puck gets out to Landry. Landry's going to step and shoot now. Puck goes wide. Padrones in the forecheck knocks her player flying. Godin for the Pheonix does battle, but Alexis comes out with it. She gets hauled down. We're going to have a power play. Literally, as the penalty kill expires, 0 seconds left in the Fury penalty, Padrones gets hauled down, and we're going to have a power play here with 10:52 to go in the third period. Really good penalty kill by the Fury. Hard, aggressive forecheck. Tonight we're running 2 centers and 3 sets of wingers as we're short of forward. And they went all wingers on that 2-minute kill, and they did a real nice job of keeping the Pheonix hemmed in their own zone. Here goes Ferron on the face-off. Ferron's got 2, looking for that hat trick tonight. Nelson comes out with it in the corner. Puck is up the wall. Lacasse steps into the ringette line. She shoots high off the glass. Puck gets to the wall. Pheonix attempt to clear, and they do, but the mill is there. She sends it back into their zone. That bounces funny and ends up in Chelsea Dawson's stick. Lara Walsh grabs this just inside our zone now. Walsh has her head up. She's going to wind that up the middle and go for a skate. Here goes Lara Walsh. Walsh now. Poked away by Hilchey. Recovered by Lacasse. Lacasse steps in the zone. She's going to step around 2 Pheonix players. She's down in the corner. The puck squirts away from her. Gets back to the blue line to Ferron. Ferron sends it down in the corner. Nelson goes into the forecheck now. Levesque comes up with it for the Pheonix. She spins nicely away from the forechecker. Sends that puck all the way down the ice. Minute and 6 seconds to go here on the Fury power play. No shots on goal yet for us. So further proof that a penalty kill sometimes is better than a power play in this league. Pheonix break up a play. They step in. They shoot. Scores. Fury under some pressure and cough the puck up. And the player Desprez for the Pheonix makes no mistake as she goes bar down. 55 seconds to go in the penalty to the Pheonix player, and it's a 3-1 game. Bourgeois, Burke, and Kavanaugh now out there. See if the Fury can't recover before this power play runs out. Bourgeois at center. Face-off won by the Pheonix. Gets back to our zone to Atkinson. Atkinson, she's under pressure in the forecheck. She works it up towards Bork. Off her stick into the corner. No icing. Charlie Doyle's back there for the Pheonix. She grabs the puck, works it up the wall. Desprez for the Pheonix fires it to the blue line, held in by Boyard. Boyard now sends it back in the corner, broken up by the Pheonix. Back to Boyard, holds the line nicely. Fury come out with it. Now the Pheonix break it up. It gets to center. Claire Atkinson plays that one. Atkinson backhands it off the face mask of the Pheonix player. Gets to Elise Bourgeois. She's alone. She steps in, but poked away from her into the corner. Bourgeois now into the corner. Still has it. Elise still has it. Cuts to the front of the net. Poked away from her by Ellie Shreenan. Shreenan steps away. Fires that puck deep into the Fury zone. Played to the corner by Montefrisco. Kate Nelson picks that up. She's under pressure from Shreenan. Nelson and Shreenan do battle. Shreenan comes out with it. Shreenan feeds Dawson for that. Shoots! Great save there by Zara Montefrisco on a 3-way pass by the Pheonix. Puck's down low to Shreenan. Shreenan and Atkinson do a battle. Shreenan wins the battle. Feeds Dawson. Dawson fires it just wide. Here comes Atkinson. Has her stick lifted. Padrones comes in to help. Padrones got a bit of space. She's going to cut to the middle. Padrones got Nelson and Harriman with her. She goes wide. Padrones works wide. She gets into the corner. Fires it in front. Right through the crease, just out of the reach of Harriman. Dawson sends it to the blue line. Knight's going to hold that in. Knight shoots it low. Broken up in front. Padrones. She wins the battle. She comes out with the puck. Padrones. She's under pressure from 3 Pheonix players. They take the puck from her. Puck comes back to Landry on the D. She's going to go to Harriman. Harriman goes back to Landry. Landry with it now. Back to Harriman. Harriman has it. She chips it up the middle. She's going to go for a change. Here come the Pheonix the other way. Kenzie Hill, she's going to gain the blue line. Nope. Bounces away from her. Linesman's in the way. And that actually put them offside. So linesman did the Fury a favor on that one. 7:52 to go. No goals in the power play. And we are winning 3-1 for Nelson and Walsh, or Kavanaugh and Walsh out here now. Face off won by the Fury. Madison Kavanaugh steps through. She grabs the puck. She's in on Charlie Doyle. Doyle, good stick check. It's into the corner. Puck comes up there for Kenzie Hilchey. She's shut down in the corner by a forechecking Lara Walsh. Walsh and Kenzie do battle. Walsh comes out with it. Here comes Walsh. She's got 2 players with her. She gets it to Ferrand. Oh! That went off the goalie's shoulder, up onto the top of the net, and rolled down the back of the net. So it was like a slow motion play. Here we go. Puck stays in the zone. Kavanaugh's into the forecheck with Walsh. Pheonix attempt to clear it. They get it up the wall to DeCroc. Here comes DeCroc with it. Madison Kavanaugh back check, puts some pressure on her, and she cops it up. Now, puck squirts through Arsenault's legs. Walsh is there. Walsh is away. She's got a chance. Oh, my goodness. Heck of a water skiing demonstration there by the Pheonix D. So, Knight, she dumps it back into the Pheonix zone. Puck squirts away from the Pheonix left winger. Comes into our zone. Ev Landry goes D to Knight. Knight sends it off the wall. Gets to the Walsh. Walsh fires it towards center. Broken up by Levesque. Knight now. Knight. She sees Bourgeois. Heck of a pass by Knight. Oh, nice stick check there by the Pheonix D. Otherwise, Bourgeois was on a breakaway. Here they come the other way. You got your Pheonix. She steps out. Broken up by Ev Landry nicely there. Padrones will recover. She chips it wide for Ev Bork. Intercepted by Joseanne Levesque, who fires it back into the zone. 6:18 to go. Pheonix have to tag up from the offside. Here comes DeMille. DeMille, she's got Bourgeois wide. Here goes Bourgeois. She's got Padrones with her. Bourgeois steps in. She goes wide. Stick check there by the Pheonix D. Puck comes right across the front of the net. Nobody home for the Fury. Puck now comes Levesque for the Pheonix. She comes up with it. Gets it out front. Oh, Ev Bork, point blank on a little scrambly play that was nice save by the Pheonix goalie. DeMille at the blue line. She's under some pressure. Puck comes out to the middle. Anna Lacasse with it now. Here goes Lacasse. She's winding up. Ooh! Big collision at center as Ellie Shreening got in the way. Puck is down now into the Fury zone. Puck squirts in front. Not covered up. There we go. Bourgeois and Harriman are gone. Bourgeois steps around one player. Bourgeois has got Padrones and Harriman with her. She is taken down by Carroll. Harriman goes over there to help. Puck comes back into the zone over to Boyard. Boyard bouncing puck. Boyard, good recovery by Boyard. She's going to go up the wall. She's into the corner. Boyard's in the corner. She's looking in front. Gets it towards Harriman through her skates. Kate Nelson up with it. Kate Nelson, she's going to have a look. Chips it down into the corner. Carroll's there for the Pheonix to break that up. Here comes Sophia Scott for the Pheonix up the wall under pressure from Kate Nelson. Atkinson with it now. Atkinson off the glass and out. Arsenault picks that up at the red line. She sends it right back down to Atkinson. Atkinson has a look. She's a bit of time as they're offside. Atkinson sends it up the wall into the Fury bench off the stick of Sophia Scott, the forechecker. 4:40 to go. 3-1 for your Fury. Face off just outside the Fury zone. Harriman, Ferrand, Nelson up front. Atkinson and Boyard on the blue line. Ferrand still looking for that hat trick. 4 minutes to go. Face off won by the Pheonix. DeCroc recovers. She chips it towards Dawson. Dawson is away with it now into the Fury zone. She picks it up. Steps around the net. Broken up there by Kate Nelson. Dawson feeds it back to the blue line. Shot from the blue line. Big rebound. Collected nicely by Claire Atkinson. Puck comes back to the front of the Fury net. Now Boyard has it. She sends it to Harriman on the wall. Off of her skates. Harriman skates through it. She's got it. There's 3-on-1. Here they go. Here goes Harriman. She's in. Shoots. Rebound. covered up quickly by the Pheonix goalie. So 4:06 to go. Fury hanging on to a tight lead here. 2-goal lead, they say, is the worst lead in hockey. Often that is true. Hopefully not tonight. Padrones is here. Special thank you to Mathieu Perreault, who is shivering over the video camera tonight. Is an ice-cold buck-touche form. Padrones on the face-off. She wins that to the wall. She comes out with it back to Knight. Knight goes down the wall towards Walsh. Walsh appears to have gotten tangled up. She's coming off the ice. She appears to be hurt. Nothing too serious, but enough that she came off. Landry down in the corner. Broken up by the Pheonix. They come the other way. Puck's into the Fury zone. Knight's going to go back to that one. Knight grabs that puck. She works up the wall to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh now. Kavanaugh sends it up towards Padrones. Bounces away from her. Levesque sends it back in the other side. Here we go again. Knight grabs it. She's got Bork with her. Bork has some time. Bork chips it to the middle. That goes to Padrones. Poked away from her. Ev Bork on the back check. Breaks up that play. Ev Landry with it. She steps in front of the net. Feeds it towards Bork. Broken up there by Levesque. Back down low. Knight back for it again. 3 minutes and 8 seconds to go here. Knight. She sends it off the wall out of the reach of Kavanaugh. Puck comes down to Landry. Landry stops. She has a look. She finds Madison Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh chips it off the wall, but held in by Arsenault. Down low again. Landry's going to try the other side this time. She sends it. Oh, tries to send it up the wall. That was intercepted by the forechecker. Now Madison Kavanaugh finds Ev Bork with the head of steam. Bork gets it over the center ice line. Here we go. Scramble at center ice. Here comes Ferrand and Bourgeois with the boards. Fresh legs. Knight's down low. They've been out here a long time. Alexa Ferrand, she's up with it. She is out of the zone with it. 2:28 to go, and she is ahead of steam. Here goes Alexa Ferrand. Down the left wing side. She spins away from the Pheonix back checker. She still has it. There's a battle in the corner. Ferrand and Shreenan. Here comes Harriman to help. Puck gets out there to DeMille. DeMille shoots. Blocker saved by the Pheonix goalie. Puck is behind the net with Alexa Ferrand. She gets to Bourgeois. Bourgeois works it back up the blue line. Oh, nicely held in by Lacasse, but then poked out of the zone by the Pheonix. Here's DeMille. DeMille. She sees Harriman over here on the left side. Harriman's got it. She's got a bit of space. She kicks it up the ice, and it's broken up by the Pheonix. Back down low. Here we go again. Weird bounce off the end wall, straight up the line. Pheonix going to skate out with it. Bourgeois on the back check, putting some pressure on Godin. Godin fires it down in the Fury zone. Padrones is there. 2 Fury and 2 Pheonix down low. Puck works its way up the right wall over towards Elise Bourgeois. Bourgeois goes back to Lacasse. Lacasse now. She's looking for an outlet. She sends it around the wall towards Harriman. Harriman with it. She chips it to Padrones. Padrones chips it a couple times. Back into Harriman, off the glass and out. Center ice, picked up by Bourgeois. Bourgeois is away with it. She's got Padrones with her. Padrones is there. She shoots. That was Bourgeois that shot to the back of Padrones. Levesque recovers for the Pheonix. Broken up there by Bourgeois. Bourgeois and Levesque do battle in the corner. Bourgeois comes out with it. She fires it in front to Claire Atkinson, who shoots. Point blank save by the Pheonix goalie. 55 seconds to go. 3-1 lead for your Fury. It's been all Fury here for the most part tonight. Face off will be to the left of the Pheonix goal. Hopefully the girls can find a way to skate this one into the finish line and pick up another point. 2 points here in the U13 AAA league. Atkinson, bounces off of her skates. Here come 2 Pheonix players. Here she goes again. Oh, she fires wide. That was the goal scorer, Arsenault. And she fired a field goal over the net as Montefrisco waved at it. Here's Boyard now with the puck for the Fury. She sends it up the wall. That's going to be held in by the Pheonix. Daypre's in there for the Pheonix in the forecheck. Atkinson picks that up, but goes to Hilchey. Off a skate, squirts the blue line. Legier for the Pheonix shoots from way up to the blue line. Tipped just wide of an empty net. Legier's back for it. There'll be no icing as that was touched. 15 seconds to go here. Legier's looking for the long pass up the ice. That's going to be held in at the blue line by Boyard. Nice job by Sam Boyard. Walsh was there in the forecheck. 6 seconds to go. This should do it. 3 seconds. Puck comes up the wall, broken up by Ferrand. And that will do it. Your U13 AAA Fury skate away with a 3-1 win here at the Bucktouche Forum. Lots of great things to be happy about in today's game. Girls skated well, moved the puck pretty well, and I think really controlled more of the scoring chances than we have in our past few games against the Pheonix, who have a good team. They haven't found their first win of the year yet, but they are desperately close to stealing some points from other teams so far. So nice to see that their first win doesn't come at the expense of our CIFA U13AAA Fury. So with that, we'll sign off, and hope you all have a great Saturday night. We'll be back on tomorrow at noon from the Byron Dobson Arena in Riverview, New Brunswick.